haven't gotten a 10 out of 10 out of Armaf yet. What's up guys? How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. Today we're taking a look at probably the most flamboyant bottle in my collection, Mandarin Sky by Armaf. It's the bottle that comes with the dress. Mandarin Sky by Armaf. Look at that bottle. It's a very, very, very in-your-face, bright colored grenade of a bottle with an orange top and a blue bottom. It is such an interesting looking scent, and let's spray it. So a lot of people say this smells synthetic at the beginning, and maybe I'm just not sensitive to synthetic scents, but to me, it just smells good. I get a lot of caramel, I get a lot of orange, I get a lot of warmth and tonka bean. It's good. I really like this. It smells very nice at the beginning, but I want to give you a warning about this scent, and this is a hear me out kind of warning. This scent is a scent that is very polarizing, but for a particular reason. I did a smell test of this scent. I did an activity with my family where I had a bunch of them just blind smell a bunch of different scents, and this got horrible scores. Everybody hated this one. I figured out why later. I wore this scent for this review and I had the same people smell it afterwards. In the activity, I had them smell it on paper, but when they smelled it afterwards, I had them smell it on my skin, and they liked it considerably more on my skin than on paper. I think this scent is drastically different on paper than on skin, and I think the people that give this bad ratings, like really, really bad ratings, are just smelling it on paper in a store or as a decant or whatever, and not really wearing it. And I think that's what's causing a lot of like the confusion here, because I think this scent is one of those scents that are very different depending on the application of it. On skin, this is a lot less screechy, and I just sprayed it on my hand. On skin, this is a lot less screechy and a lot softer than it is on paper. On paper, it's like a lot more volatile, a lot more aggressive, a lot more screechy. On skin, it's immediately softer, immediately more unctuous, much more creamy. I don't know why it does that, but it is very different. And I don't know if it's my skin bringing that out, but I think it's just a lot different on skin. I don't know how that works. I can already tell on my skin that the caramel notes are coming out a lot more than the orange notes versus this one. This is a lot more aggressively orange and a lot aggressively more citrus, and this is a lot screechier than this is. I don't know why that is. Just wanted to bring that to your attention, because if you're going to test this out, if you're going to test this fragrance out, you might want to keep that in mind, because it performs very differently depending on the medium. So let's talk about notes. So the top notes of this are mandarin orange. The top notes of this are mandarin orange, saffron, and sage. The middle notes are caramel, tonka bean, and marigold. And the base notes are ambroxan, cedar, and vetiver. So those are notes. This has 4.38 out of 5 with 859 votes on Fragrantica. This is pretty highly rated, but not very popular. This is supposed to be duping Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal Pour Homme. I don't have that scent, so I can't compare it, but I can tell you what this is like by itself. Talking about the fragrance, I already told you, this is sweet, this is orangey, this is creamy when it's on your skin, caramelly, it's gourmandy, it is like a creamsicle kind of thing. I think it's very an orange, orange ice cream, not sugar, orange ice cream, creamy kind of thing, versus on paper it's more screechy orange. Doesn't really meld well, so it doesn't really combine correctly on paper. I don't know why that is. Every time I do a review, a lot of you ask me about how things compare to other scents, and especially scents that you have. I decided to do a giveaway. How's that going to work? I created a form that's going to be in my YouTube description. All you have to do is complete the form, which is writing your name, writing what fragrance you're interested in, and how you want me to contact you. 1 week after I posted that video, I will contact 3 individuals from that form and get their shipping information to send them a 2 milliliter decant of the fragrance I was talking about. If you're not sure that the notes I'm mentioning and the vibe that I'm describing works for you, you can test it out for yourself now. You don't have to blind buy the scent, and then be ready to get your decant in the mail. In terms of projection and longevity, in projection, this projects pretty well. It projects about 5 feet away. It lasts pretty much all day. It's a very strong performer. It lasts on clothes all day. It lasts on your skin pretty much all day. It'll always keep like a little bubble around you. It never disappeared from me. It never turned into like a skin scent. It always projected something. So it's pretty good in terms of performance. I think it's a 9 in performance. I don't think it's the strongest performing scent I've had. It's not beast, but it's up there. It's a pretty good scent in terms of performance. I think it's a very great scent for a gourmand that isn't a vanilla centered gourmand. It's more of an orange centered gourmand, so it's a different type of gourmand. So if you're looking for something different than vanilla, this is a good bet. This is a good alternative for that. If you're into oranges, this is a good alternative for that. If you're not sensitive to synthetic scents, because I'm not, this is a good alternative for that. This also gets compliments. Like I told you, my family didn't like it on paper, but they complimented me on skin. People in my job complimented me a lot while wearing this. While I wore this, people didn't compliment me per se. They complimented what my office smelled like and what the area around me smelled like. I think they thought I was using like a room spray, but they said, oh, it smells good. Is it your perfume? Or, oh, that smells so good. Like, what is that? It smells so sweet and delicious. Da, 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 da. So they gave me like a lot of compliments, but no one really assumed it was my perfume at first until they realized, oh, right, Victor reviews perfumes. It must be that. And then they made that connection and they asked me about the perfume. So gave me a lot of compliments. Like I got maybe 3 compliments in the course of 2 days. Even more. I think it was more than that. I think it was like 4 or 5 compliments in the course of 2 days. This got a considerable amount of compliments, but it wasn't towards me necessarily, but towards the scent. In terms of negatives, I think online people have been mentioning that this is synthetic. Again, I don't think I'm sensitive to synthetic smells, so I don't pick it up as easily as other people do. Maybe I'm not experienced enough to pick it up yet. People say it's very sweet. It is very sweet, but I like sweet scents. Sweet scents are my jam. So I don't get bothered by sweet scents. So I like this. I like this as it is. I saw some comments in different places saying that it's hard to find in certain areas, but at least in the US, it's really easy to find. To me, the kind of person that would wear this is a person that is playful, happy. This is a very happy-go-lucky scent. This feels very joyful scent. Orange always feels like very joyful, very happy, very bright. So this scent kind of reflects that. And if you're like a happy, bright, and interactive person, this will reflect that kind of emotion in you. So I think this is good for extroverts and good for introverts, because I like this and I'm an introvert through and through. Long story short, I think this is a great scent. This got me compliments. This got me a lot of positive attention. This is a gourmand without being the typical vanilla gourmand. This is a little bit different. The only caveat is, remember, don't smell it on paper, smell it on skin. Otherwise, you get a very different experience. There's also like a slight soapy vibe. Sometimes inhale too deep, there's a slight soapiness there, but that's something you can ignore. So long story short, final review. I think this as a scent is a 9. As a projector, it's a 9. Overall, it's a 9. I think this is a 9 out of 9. 9 out of 10. I think this is a 9 out of 10. It's a very good scent. I like it. This is something I will continue to use. It's a good scent. This is a positive scent. This is a good scent. I haven't gotten a 10 out of 10 out of Armaf yet. I'm hoping for that scent soon. Lattafa has gotten 10 out of 10s out of me, but not Armaf, not yet. I'm looking forward to when it does. What do you guys think? Did you like this scent? Do you have it? If not, remember to participate in the giveaway because you might get a decant of it. First, remember that scents are subjective. What I like isn't necessarily what you like. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and always remember to smell your best. See ya.